Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's Brother Phil, Brother Amir from Wake Up Everybody. It's December the 4th, 2024. Brother Phil, last week, like we do every Wednesday, for XRP was at $1.50,
Yeah.
right? Outside of the episode that just took place last night in South Korea with the uprise where they had to declare martial law, XRP had gotten up to $2.90.
Yep.
And it's continued to climb,
Mm-hmm.
as well as your overall portfolio.
Yes.
So those who are in disbelief, like I said, it's too early. Get in. Don't be on the sidelines where you wish you had gotten in on the early stages. But what I wanted to share with the viewing audience is that this. Most people don't know that there's 250 companies right now that are accepting crypto. I'll give you a few, but the list, and I can tell everybody where they need to go just to verify it. So this is already happening. Whether you trust it, whether you believe it, whether you want to be a part of this, it's already happening. But Home Depot, we know about Home Depot. You've heard of Burger King. You've heard of Adidas. You've heard of Foot Locker. You've heard of Lowe's. You've heard of AutoZone. You've heard of Bahama Breeze. That's a restaurant in the southeast region. But you can go see this. It's on BitPay, BITPAY.com. There's 250 plus companies that are already accepting crypto for the last several years. Okay, this is only going to grow, ladies and gentlemen. There's no getting around it. Had an earlier discussion with some of my friends that I helped get into crypto, and they were a little panicked when they seen their accounts, take a cut due to what took place in a foreign country. It's no different if you're buying stocks, bonds. You have a 401k. When there are circumstances that may be for the better, your account will grow, right?
Yeah.
Where there's circumstances where things don't look too good or that are unpredictable, normally your account goes down. There's no getting around that. So what I would say to the individuals that watch us and listen to us is that, okay, there's going to be peaks and valleys. Really, I think a lot of times they're looking to see how many people fall off the ship and then wondering why they fell off. And then they look back and say, man, if I only had kept my account open, where would I be right now financially? So that's one of the things I wanted to bring to the viewing audience attention, that BitPay.com already has a list of 250 plus companies that we're all familiar with that is accepting cryptocurrency.
And for me, that I'm still learning this stuff, but I do take the time to do my due diligence. One of the most helpful sites that I can steer people to, CoinMarketCap.com. CoinMarketCap.com. When you go in there, you're seeing what's going on in the whole crypto space. And there's a lot of great articles written by, valid journalists explaining this cryptocurrency world that we're seeing grow right before our eyes. And what you were saying about people getting nervous, if I can just, use an analogy from just my thoughts. Those of us that went to American schools, we were told about the gold rush, right? Of course, that was way before our time, but we know about it. So I would equate what we see now, and then for another group out there, you remember the .com era, when the internet was blowing up and everything was .com this, .com that, and you seen explosive returns on people's initial investments. That is what cryptocurrency is. And when we keep speaking of XRP, if you go on TikTok, if you go on Instagram, I see people uploading different videos all day, every day, explaining exactly what XRP's responsibility is in this crypto world. And of course, everyone out there should have heard of Bitcoin by now, right? And we've seen the exponential growth of Bitcoin. All we're trying to do is inform and tell people, take the time, find out about it, understand it for yourself, What I've done, I probably said it on a previous episode. I know Brother Amir knows I'm big on this, but building generational wealth, making sure that the grandchildren that I'm the granddad of, I actually have uphold accounts for them.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole purpose behind it is I'm choosing the particular cryptocurrencies that I understand. I'm doing my due diligence reading on them, and I'm setting my grandkids up for, just say, the next 5 years. Right? It's really for the future, but I'm putting in a 5 year thing that's starting right now. So by 2029, I expect my grandchildren to have a portfolio worth, it could be millions, it could be hundreds of thousands,
Absolutely.
off of a few thousand invested.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I'll give you an example. So one of the young men that I'm tutoring, sharing this with, he's a little younger than us,
Mm-hmm.
and he got in the beginning of November,
Okay.
and he said, Amir, just on my relationship with you, I want to invest X, Y, Z amount of money,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because I truly believe in this,
Yeah.
right? I get a call from him this morning. So November the 4th, he invested a certain amount of money.
Right.
We're at December the 4th today.
Mm-hmm.
Calls me first thing in the morning, and he's panicking that he lost $4,000, but his net profit was 40,000
Mm.
in a month.
Okay.
So that being said, I shared with him, you could have a 401k, you could have a stock portfolio,
Yeah.
you could have in an IRA,
Mm-hmm.
you can have it in a variety of different instruments
Yeah.
where we have to keep it there for quite some time before we see any kind of return,
Right. Right.
right? That's what those instruments are for.
Yeah.
And I asked him, I said, where could you make a $36,000 profit in 30 days?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, take it. We're subtracting the 4,000 that,
Right.
because of
Yeah.
today's, last night's
Right.
situation in a foreign country, like we spoke on earlier.
Yeah.
And I had to really walk him off the edge because he was ready to cash in his whole account.
Wow.
I thought it was bizarre
Yeah.
because he was livid, but he couldn't. He didn't want to take a step backwards and just realize what your profit margin had been in this short period of time. I said, now, like you mentioned, there's thousands of articles on Instagram, social media platforms all over the
Yeah.
place.
Mm-hmm.
Just be about that's one particular coin,
Yeah.
XRP. Forget about the rest of the coins, just one. And I shared with him. I said, "You've seen these articles, you've read them, we talked about them. Anywhere, before the end of December, way over $5. Um, the new administration coming in could be as high as $28.
Mm-hmm.
The middle of 2025, $1,500. If things were to turn a certain kind of way, it could be way over 10,000. And for you and I, that can be believable because we remember in 2020, December, Bitcoin was 10,000.
Yeah.
And look where it's at today,
Yeah.
right? So for us that have known something about crypto, it's more believable and we could see it being obtainable
Yeah.
because of the past history with some of these other coins,
Yeah.
right? And for the platform that XRP is going to allow the global stage to be on, not just the domestic, that opens up a whole nother world for any of those us that are involved or invested in that particular coin called XRP. So I was able to walk him off. He had to take a deep breath. Take one of the woosah moments. And I said, "Did you ask your wife what did she think about you wanting to sell?" And he shared with me. Well, I didn't. He didn't speak to her yet.
Right.
I said, "But you did share with her your profit. You showed her your profit, right?" He
Yeah.
said, "Yes." She was extremely pleased.
Yeah.
I said, I don't think she would be extremely pleased if you sold off everything,
Yeah.
and then at the end of the month, you seen that the money that you had in there could have tripled or doubled the amount you had in. And once I shared that with him, he seemed like he came to his senses, because what they say, happy wife, happy life, I guess. So again, ladies and gentlemen, like Brother Phil has mentioned, we're just here to share, information with the masses. We hope our friends and our loved ones, realize this, because I do know this. In all walks of life, when we come across anything that can benefit us, and we may be the vessel for this information, the ones that are closest to us never get it. The ones that come across our path that know nothing about us sometimes become that sponge.
Yeah, and you're absolutely correct. And once again, all we're doing here through conversation, wake people up to what's going on around us. And like I said, we're not the only ones talking about this particular subject. It's probably the hottest subject out there because it's about wealth building. And if you're looking at it, probably like Brother Amir and I am doing, you'll see a bunch of people that do not look like us. That appear to be miles ahead in regards to this crypto space. And I only say that to say this here. This country here has been hard on people that look like us. We appear to have been built to just serve others versus enjoy the finer things in life just through your intellectual efforts. And I know that there's plenty of us out there that are behind the scenes in some of these corporations. You just don't see us. But this opportunity, as I said, I'm just using the gold rush, the .com, explosion, and I'm saying to you, this is the time. CoinMarketCap.com. Look in it. Look into the information for yourself. And there's a video that documentary that I mentioned probably last week called Coin. Coin came out in 2022. If you know nothing about cryptocurrency, I can assure you, if you sit down and watch that documentary, you will be informed. Then I think you'll be able to make educated decisions. But by all means, don't get caught after all this information is being put out here, and do not enter this market.
I second that. Until next time,
Yeah.
wake up, everybody. Appreciate you. And we look forward to you tuning into our next episodes.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.